Hello, I'm Poppy, everybody's favorite Pegatrix fan, and today in this video I am going to be showing you guys my Pegatrix collection. It is quite nearly about as complete as it can possibly be at this point in time. We're just rolling into June 2020. Some Wave 3 Bakugan have been showing up in stores, and I figured now is as great a time as ever to show the collection that I have thus far. So, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my collection. The first Pegatrix I ever obtained. There, she's flopping on over. So that is the beautiful girl. I was really attracted to the Pegatrix toys at first when it came to Bakugan. I had not been into the old game or anything, and I really didn't know if it was for me, but Jet was into it, Connor was starting to get into it, into the new version because they had both done stuff previously, and with the old Bakugan, and I was like, you know what? There's a pony. There's a beautiful little Pegatrix pony, and I really like ponies. So I went ahead and I gave her a little buy, and that kind of started my whole intrigue with the Bakugan TCG. My intrigue in the game began to grow, and I kind of wanted to figure out, I was watching people play and kind of getting into it, and I was like, man, you know, I really, how can I get into this? Because I really liked the Pegatrix toys, and I wanted to learn more about the game. So I found out that, well, you couldn't have three of the same faction, of course, which everybody knows, or the same Bakugan of the same faction, you could have three of the same Bakugan in different factions, and I knew that I wanted to have my little Arliss Pegatrix in there because Gold Pony, first one that I bought, and I was immediately attracted to my favorite color / non-color, black pony, which is Darkest Pegatrix. Give it a little roll. So, Darkest Pegatrix was a funky one. Because when I started looking at her, I didn't know anything really about looking at stats, building a deck that way, and the first thing that kind of happened was I was told that she sucks. Shout out to Nico Ghostlights for telling me how much Darkest Pegatrix core from Bakugan Battle Planet was stinky, because her stats aren't too hot. I don't have any of the cards here. I don't have it memorized. Darkest Pegatrix. Okay, yeah, so her stats are kind of stinky. So she's Shield, Green Fist, and then she's 200B with 5 damage. So Nico was like, oh no, you don't want to use her, she's terrible. So of course, instinctively, I said, but now I have to use her. So I decided that this was going to be my little trademark Bakugan. I fell in love with her immediately. I looked at her Hyper Pegatrix Evo, which is just 2 cost, 500B, 9 damage, and you may re-roll this once each turn if you miss a roll with it. And she started off being quite the challenge and grew into being my girl. I love her. I adore her. This is my gal. If you need to know one thing about me in Bakugan, it's Darkest Pegatrix is my sweet little precious baby. And so I love her very much. I actually have 2 Darkest Pegatrixes. I'm gonna get into the case here. So this was the first Darkest Pegatrix that I had. As you can see, these came from 2 different factories. Their purple paint is a slightly different color. I think even the green is a little different too. The first one, her magnet got really weak to the point where she was rolling over the first core that she would be supposed to, latch onto, and then would get the next one in line. So instead of the 3rd core, or whatever from the distancing, it would roll over another 2 and latch onto the 6th core in line there. So I ended up needing to obtain another one, so I traded with another local, and he was able to get me this one who holds onto her cores a little bit better. I did get my revenge, though. After she was called stinky and bad, she was called bad. Nico told me that she was bad. Nico Ghostlights. I got my revenge because My horsepower deck involves this beautiful, beautiful girl, and when we had the Jet Kuso tournament in January 2020, kicked Nico's Power Creep Boys' butts using this pony right here. So, revenge is sweet. It really, really is. I love this girl. So the next ones that I want to bring out are going to be Chaos Pegatrix Core along with Diamond Pegatrix from year 1. So, oh dear. Her magnet is kind of stinky as well. There we go. Give her a little pop. This is Chaos Pegatrix Core. It's really, really great. And then this is the Diamond variant. So I use the Diamond variant in my year 1 horsepower deck because obviously everybody wants to use their diamonds when they can. And these are just, they're just great. And I really like Chaos Pegatrix from Battle Planet. I think that she's a pretty decent Bakugan. I've used her a lot. I like her Evo, her Titan Pegatrix Evo. And I really love the core Pegatrix design. I think that it's really nice and streamlined. There's no sticky outy bits, any of that Alto Brontes disease that you hear about. She's just really a nice, smooth little ball. You know where the arrows are indicating the direction you're supposed to roll them? What I found with Pegatrixes is that the year 1 core Pegatrixes is that it's best to roll them backwards. So because of this, when I place it down on a mat, the head faces the player. You stick your finger right on her neck, basically, and then you go to roll her out. So I really like this design. It doesn't really lean too far one way or the other when you're rolling if you have her rolling backwards like that. It's beautiful, it's really sleek and wonderful, and I just absolutely adore it. It's unfortunate that the magnet's kind of weak in all of the core Pegatrixes. I have never had a core Pegatrix double core consistently. Not that that's like a factor you should be relying on, but like, I think one time my Darkest Pegatrix core double cored, and I was completely shocked. So that's how inconsistent the magnet can pick up more than one core. It's not very strong. So then finally, I want to bring out the last 3 core Pegatrixes from Battle Planet. Let's start off with Pyrus Pegatrix Core. She is another one that I found in stores. I think we were at like a Target or whatever, and she was just hanging. She had a single pack last year, so I went and nabbed her up because I wanted to be able to complete my collection. So I grabbed her, and then, you know, I wanted to complete my collection, so I was kind of talking about that at Collected on one of our meetups one day when my lovely friend Jalen provided me with the other 2. So she handed me the Ventus and the Aquas Pegatrixes, and then I was able to complete the core collection from year 1. Again, I really like the design on these. I really like how small and compact they are. They're a little chubby. They're kind of like little like chibi versions of a horse, I guess you could say. Really just really cute and cartoonish features on them. These 3 in particular make up my secondary deck from the first year of Battle Planet, which I call Pegapuff Girls, you know, kind of a nod to the Powerpuff Girls, in that the colors kind of represent, you know, the red, the blue, and the green. Just nope these little babies over here. This is going to quickly become like a little pony army. They're going to attack. It's going to be horrendous. Okay, so that concludes the core Pegatrixes from year 1 2019 Bakugan Battle Planet. I do have to delve into the Ultras. I don't know anybody who's really played the Ultras competitively. There she goes. As you can see on these Ultras, they've got those lovely little sticky outy bits on them that kind of make it difficult to roll. They lean pretty badly. And even this one Chaos Ultra that I found randomly at a Walmart, I think, or maybe it was a Target. She's got a bad hoof. As you can see, it kind of flops out. So she doesn't roll very well. But my intent with buying these was not to roll them or use them, but rather just to have them as part of my collection. So with these, you have, like with some of the Ultras, you have the manual parts that you can move out on them. So you can make her kind of rear up, stick the horn up, gives her a nice little horse look. She looks kind of more robotic, I think, in the Ultra designs from year one than the core designs. The core is very, like I said, kind of chibi, really cute, cartoonish, and the Ultras are just, they kind of look a little more like a robot or something like that. But I like them. I think that they're really neat looking. They're really fun to have on display. I was not anticipating finding Aqua's Pegatrix Ultra at all, since she was like wave 3 last year. She was, I don't know. I think she was like a wave 3, so she was like really early, kind of earlier on last year, because we had like 7 waves or something, so like early to mid-year. I didn't expect to find her, and then we were at a Walmart, about 45 minutes from home. We were getting, it had to have been one of the days that we were getting like sushi at one of our favorite restaurants, I believe. And we went to a Walmart that was near there just to kind of look around, see what Bakugan toys they had. And we found Aqua's Pegatrix Ultra's 3-pack, which was completely, I did not anticipate finding her at all. So that was a nice little surprise. I have not seen another one in store since that point, and I'm just very pleased to have been able to add her to my collection. And of course, finally, the coveted, one of the earliest wave diamonds from last year, Diamond Pegatrix Ultra. There's the cat wailing in the background. Okay, I did not anticipate being able to obtain Diamond Pegatrix Ultra from last year at all. I didn't... Thanks, Layla. Interrupting the video once again.
She has to.
Every single time. Layla. Stinky. Okay. Sorry, as I was saying, I did not anticipate ever being able to obtain her without spending exorbitant amounts of cash. I thought it was that cat. I thought it was a lost cause. But the other day I came home from work, and Connor and Jet came up to me, and they said they had a little surprise. And Jet held out his hand, and he dropped it in the palm of my hand, and it was Diamond Pegatrix Ultra. They had ran to visit some friends briefly, our friends Steven and Barbara, who are 2 of our North Texas Brawler locals. They had this Diamond Pegatrix Ultra, and Steven said that they decided it was time for her to... Do you think the mic's picking up any of her meows?
I'm sure it's back there.
Thanks, Layla. So Steven said that it was probably time for this Diamond Pegatrix Ultra to move on, to find a new home, and I guess that was with me. So I was extremely thankful. This means so much to me because this was the last part of my year 1 collection that I did not think I was going to be able to get unless I, spent a lot of money on it, and I didn't want to do that, as nobody does. I was probably going to give in eventually, but just what a beautiful gift. Just such a sweet gift, and I love her. I love her so much. That is the year 1 collection that I have of Bakugan Battle Planet Pegatrixes. There were only the 3 Ultras that came out last year. There was supposedly supposed to be an Auralus Ultra last year, actually, that never ended up existing. It's kind of sad because I would have liked to have seen, this design with the gold plastic, but she did not make the final cut. Wherever she is in Bakugan Purgatory. Spin Master, show me the Auralus Pegatrix Ultra. So then we move on to my year 2 collection. The first one that I'm going to pluck out of here is Aqua's Pegatrix Core. Let's see if I can get her to roll nicely. So these ones also kind of like to be rolled backwards. You put the tail towards you, which the tail is kind of this part here. Is that the tail or is that the head? Maybe that's the head. Okay, sorry. You put the head towards you again, and that gets them to roll better. I kind of didn't give myself enough space here to be able to roll nicely. Yeah, there we go. This is the Aqua's Pegatrix Core of Armored Alliance. She is the first core Armored Alliance Bakugan that I was able to get. She comes in the Aurelus Nilius 3-pack, which I grabbed for her, but then also really love the Aurelus Nilius design. It was one of the first Aureluses that we saw in store. That is just the paint and everything on it is fantastic. So she comes in that 3-pack. And she, you know, was a really fun find. It was really exciting to be able to go out in January and find these new Bakugan. She's, you know, a little pony. You can see how she compares to last year's. The design is a little more horse-like. The wings are smaller. You know, the head is a lot smaller too. I'm not the biggest fan of the new core designs this year. But I'll talk about that a little more. Darkest Pegatrix Core. So this one I've been using, on and off a little bit, proxying, Darkest Pegatrix Ultra. The way that the cores work reminds me of the, Mantanoid cores from Battle Planet, kind of the little slidey mechanism. I found out kind of a good way to close them is to kind of hold it upside down to make sure that you get the wings in there with the legs. And then you put the tail and the head in like so. You can see the little faction symbols from Armored Alliance. They introduced that, so you know, not only know what faction it is if you couldn't tell from the paint color, but you have the opportunity to customize your Bakugan and have them still be legal in play. Of course, that doesn't apply to last year's Bakugan because they did not have the faction symbol, but this year, so long as the faction symbol is there and so long as you don't make it look like a different faction or try to claim it's a different faction, you can customize it to your heart's content, which is really fantastic. We'll go ahead and kind of shove her over here. With these core designs, this is the Ventus core. With these core designs, one thing that I've struggled with when it comes to rolling them is the fact that they like to slide. So you saw, like, when I rolled out the Aqua's Pegatrix core, she kind of like latches onto the core and kind of slides backwards a little bit. That is a result, I think, of the way that the body kind of slides out. What ends up happening is that sometimes the magnet is weak enough that it doesn't grab onto the core you're aiming for, and then when she slides, she grabs onto the core behind it. So I haven't really, like, finessed that rolling technique with these yet, but I'm not using any of the cores in a deck thus far, so it's not really going to be a problem for me. If you want to use these, you're probably going to have to finagle a little bit the way that you roll to make sure that you do hit the core that you want every single time. Practice that rolling because they do like to slide onto the core behind them. I'll just take out the Pyrus and the Chaos cores really quick. Where's the magnet? There they are. These cute little babies. So they don't have much of a tail. The tail is kind of like a little chunky rectangle at the back, and their wings are kind of small. Again, it's not my favorite design, but I do, you know, I think they're neat. They're kind of cool. They're kind of nifty. You know, whatever. If you want to use them, you can sure do that. Tendency to slip and slide. Yeah, in my notes I wrote tendency to slip and slide, and I did not intend for it to sound like a slip and slide commercial, but you know, slip and slide. So then I end up moving on to, yeah, okay. This is Chaos Pegatrix Ultra. If you have watched my other videos, you'll know that I did an unboxing for her. This was the first one that I was able to obtain because Jet gave it to me. He received some Armored Alliance Bakugan from Spin Master, he he gave me the he gave me the Pegatrix gear pack and gave me the opportunity to unbox it. So you can go check out that other video where I do my Pegatrix Ultra Armored Alliance unboxing. It's really fun. I really like her a lot. It was really exciting to be able to open this really early on, like end of November actually, and take a little sneak peek at what was to come. These Ultras obviously have a lot more manual parts on them than last year's, and that is okay. She's got a bit of a chunky tail, but I don't actually mind that because that's where the magnet is. I think when the pictures first came out of the Armored Alliance Ultras, we were all kind of like, Pegatrix Ultra looks a little, but I actually have grown to like this design the most out of all of the Pegatrixes so far. I think that it looks the most horse-like. I like the way that the wings fold out, and I like putting the gear on her. I don't actually know. I think that the translucent bits are supposed to go down, but it's really fun. So the gear is really quite the thing on her. So she's got her little Chaos Lightning Striker, and she can just gun you down. Gunning you down probably ain't great. It's probably not legal, but she's gonna zip zap ya. Chaos Lightning Striker. It's gonna... Anyway, lightning bending. That's what that is. What do I have next here? Pyrus Pegatrix Ultra. I really like Pyrus Pegatrix Ultra. I really like the Ultra designs this year. I know I was saying how we were kind of like skeptical of them, but I like the way that they fold out. I like the way that the wings splay. I have grown to have like a profound appreciation for these Ultras. I adore them. I really think that Pyrus Pegatrix is fantastic. I guess my favorite factions could be considered Darkus is definitely number one, and closely followed by Chaos and Pyrus. I haven't decided like an order on that, but I absolutely love them. I adore them. The Empower cards that came out for Armored Alliance, there's a lot of like Chaos, Pyrus, Empower cards, and I just think that they're super nifty, really fun to build a deck with those, and using my Pegatrixes. I just think she's great. Pyrus Pegatrix Ultra came in, I think, a 4-pack with Darkus Trox. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what she came in. I searched high and low for her until I finally found that battle pack, and I just love her. I absolutely adore her. I like Pyrus Pegatrix Ultra so much. I could probably say that of most of the Pegatrixes, but I really love her. She's really great. Oops. Finally, perhaps one that we've been waiting on, Aurelus Pegatrix Ultra. Like I said, the Battle Planet Ultra was supposed to happen, and then it didn't. Wherever that thing is in the vault, I don't know, like the Disney vault, I don't know, but like Bakugan vault. So she is a bit of a story. I have yet to see one of these in stores. Perhaps other people have seen them in stores, but when she first was announced, or not really like announced, but more so revealed when she was put on the Target.com website, she was out of stock at first, and I rushed to my Target app to set up a notification for when she was going to be in stock, because I wanted my fancy golden pony. I wanted her so badly, and I got a couple of notifications, but my notifications were supposed to make like a noise, right, when I get a notification that she was in stock, and I missed a couple of them. Like, they didn't go off for whatever reason, didn't make the noise, so I waited like for weeks and weeks for her to be in stock. I was heavily in anticipation of this golden pony. So when I got a notification one evening, I ran, into my room, pulled it up on my phone, and immediately added her to my cart on the Target app. And then I found out that she can be purchased on her own. You had to buy $25 worth of other product in order to ship her. For no good reason, because she shipped entirely separately from the rest of the stuff that I bought. What's up with that? Thanks. But anyway, finally she came after a couple of weeks, and I love her. I like the shiny gold paint on the Aureluses this year. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. She doesn't have too bad of stats either, so I definitely I've been building a deck around her, and I really like her. I think she's beautiful. I think she's fantastic. I'm so happy to have this beautiful, shiny, golden horse in my life. And last, but certainly not least, is the best Pegatrix that I own. Just completely, I love her. Diamond Pegatrix Ultra is the most gorgeous Pegatrix that exists so far. She can't be beat. She really cannot be beat. I mean, we all love diamonds. We all choose to play them as much as we can, when we can. We love just owning and obtaining them. It's always a rush to find her. I just think these are so beautiful. This year's diamonds are fantastic. We got the golden faction symbol on all of them, so that immediately is eye-catching and adds just a little glimmer of that gold there. That fantastic gold paint. It's also on the arrow, on the tail. The pieces that aren't translucent plastic are pearlescent, so there's a lot of shimmery like flakes in there. It's absolutely beautiful, the pearl plastic on there. And the other paint, the teal and the like aquamarine, has that, and even the white, it's got that pearly, like shimmery, shiny, just splendid, shimmery, shining, splendid, beautiful, gorgeous. 12 out of 10, would buy again. I love her. She is beautiful. She is gorgeous, and I have actually more than one. The thing is that like I didn't buy more than one. I actually was having a really hard time getting my hands on one of these, and I was gifted a couple of them. I had not bought any for myself, and I was gifted a couple of them because people, knew that I, like, for whatever reason, could not find them. I wasn't finding any in my stores around the area. And then finally one day I did find some. So I did only buy one myself. And she's beautiful. She is gorgeous. I use her when I play Chaos Pegatrix. She is my Mega Pega that I use, my Maximus Pegatrix Ultra. She's so beautiful, and I love her so much. I just, mwah, I love her. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. I love her. This is my favorite, absolute favorite. I love her. I love her so much. She's beautiful. It's like a little halo and like angels singing in a chorus in the background. She's fantastic. She's beautiful. I love her. I love her so much. And that concludes my Pegatrix collection. This is all the Pegatrixes that exist thus far, save for like 2 that are technically out right now. Ventus Pegatrix Ultra, it comes in a 3-pack, and Darkest Pegatrix Ultra comes in a 4-pack with Pyrus Trox Ultra and the gear in there. I have not seen those 2 in stores yet. I could order them on Amazon if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to pay for shipping. Except after filming this video, I super caved and ordered both the Ventus Pegatrix Ultra and Darkest Pegatrix Ultra anyway. So I will be doing unboxing videos of those in the future. They'll be linked in the video and in the description below. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe and maybe ring that bell so you'll be notified of when those videos go up. So back to the video. Future Poppy out. I think there's also supposed to be an Aurelus core this year, as well as the Aquas Ultra. Aquas Ultra I think comes in like a 4-pack as well. I also haven't seen any of the Chaos Core Pegatrix this year in Diamond. I don't know if that's been really like released yet. I know a couple of people like have it, but I don't really know how they've obtained that. I have not seen any in stores. I don't know if it's actually technically been released yet. Future Poppy here again. Thanks to Toolbox24 of World Series Universe and World Series Bakugan, I actually managed to get this Bakugan, the Diamond Pegatrix Core, so big shout out to him. I'm hoping that in the future I will be able to obtain, when they are released, the Aurelus Pegatrix Core and the Aquas Pegatrix Ultra, but until then, this is the last edition, for now. Okay, Future Poppy out again. So those are the ones I don't have yet, but that's just where we are in this year. This is my collection, and I am the #1 Pegatrix fan, and I love my ponies. I love them so much. Thank you guys so much for watching my Pegatrix collection being kind of unveiled and showed to everybody. I guess it's kind of like a weird flex. Be like, hey, I've got all the ponies, well, or most of the ponies, like, hey, look at this, look at me. But that's who I am. I'm the pony girl. This is what I choose to play. I love these little girls so much. Pegatrix #1 fan. I mean, I literally on Twitter it says Pegatrix Stan, so like, that's me. Pegatrix. So thank you guys for watching again. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you really want to know when I'm posting a video, hit that little bell button down below. I don't know which side it's gonna, this side maybe? Anyway, hit that little bell button down below. You can know when I'm posting another video. You can also follow me on social media. I'll have my Twitter, Instagram, what have you linked below, and yeah, let's chit chat. You could also, if you want to like support me and what I do to help me make more Bakugan videos like this, support me on Patreon. I will also have that linked below. And I just, you know, I'm just really happy to be here. I love Bakugan. I love Pegatrix. I love the game. I love it all. So, peace out, guys. Social distance, stay safe, wash your hands. Have a good evening.